So fairly recently, Nintendo released an update for Mario Kart World where supposedly online play, you can't really play 3-lap tracks anymore because of the random option, which used to be how we played 3-lap tracks online, choosing between the tracks that are in the rotation for the lobby. I wanted to test this out, see how it's working now, because I've seen a lot of people be like that it's just impossible to get 3-lap tracks in online. So I wanted to do a couple races. I wanted to join an online lobby and see whether or not there is the option for 3-lap races and it not just being the intermissions. Because I definitely feel like that, yes, this is going to be a problem, but I want to see just truly how big of a problem this is. Because I like my 3-lap races. The intermissions aren't bad, but I do prefer 3-lap races. So I wanted to see if basically the Mario Kart Online experience is just dead. So with that, let's get an online play. Let's see if this is truly bad. See if this is truly as game-breaking as everyone's making it out to be. So we're going to join an online lobby. We're going to try random. Probably do about 5 or 6 races. We'll see how much time I have. And see from there, if we get any randoms, if it's just going to select all the intermission tracks from the 3 tracks selected, or if we'll actually have the chance of having some of the random tracks from further away. Because that's how it worked before. It used to be that you were able to play tracks that are not in that selection, which is why people chose random online, because it would basically guarantee that you would be able to play a 3-lap track, because in online it selects mostly just transition courses or intermission courses, with the rare chance that one of them will be further away. So whenever this room opens up, we'll select random, see if it's just gonna be the intermission courses that we have, or if like there's the slight chance of it being 3-lap tracks, because I think people have said that there is a chance of it being it, but it's way less than it was before. So we just kind of gotta wait to get into a race. Alright, the race will begin soon. Let's see what our options are. Obviously, we're going to choose random. I'm going to guess, though, that a majority, if not all of our races we're going to be doing today are going to just be tracks that have intermissions, and that we're just going to be completely disappointed by the end of it because of there being no 3-lap courses, or them just being so rare that it just doesn't even seem like it's an option anymore. Wow, we got quite the selection here. We got 2 pretty mid tracks and then a pretty good track. Obviously, we're going random though. Let's see if people are still selecting random online though because of this update. Looks like a lot of people aren't as much as before, because you used to be able to join the lobby and most people would choose random, but since this update, it seems like that people are just going to pick their favorite track. And also, why are there people choosing Desert Hills? In the 2025, who's choosing Desert Hills as their option? Like, come on, guys. Let's at least choose one of the decent tracks. Okay, so the first one gives us Whistle Stop, which was an option. And it looks like it's a transition course from DK Spaceport. So it's not looking off to a good start. I'm going to be hopeful, though, that in this, we'll be able to find a track or have a lobby, or not lobby, but a race where it's on a 3-lap structure. Because like I said, I don't mind the intermission courses, but at the same time, I do prefer having the option to play, the traditional 3-lap structure, because I just think that course-wise, those are a lot better than intermission tracks that we have in this game. They're fine for the Grand Prix, but when I'm playing outside of Grand Prix, I liked having that normal Mario Kart experience, because I think that the track design in this game is great, but I think what's holding it back for the most part is that lack of being able to play the tracks because of it being always those intermission courses. Also, I have not really played a lot of online in this game yet, so if I don't have the best gameplay here, I deeply apologize. Don't expect the best gameplay of all time here. I'm just kind of your average Mario Kart player. I'm probably decent at best. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get first place or get a good placement, but you know what? Who said I can't try? Alright, Rory, we'll stop, it looks like. One of the shorter intermissions, I think. That actually went by kind of quick. Is that the faster route up there? As you can see, I'm not like super in depth with like what the fastest routes are, or I don't know a lot of information on like what are the fastest routes for every track, stuff like that. I kind of know surface level stuff about that kind of stuff. Fortunately, if you're looking for great track in-depth breakdowns on what's the best route for online, I'm not your go-to person. I have been doing videos where I'm breaking down the tracks and giving my thoughts on them. There are track breakdowns, but they're not as, I guess, technical as, your competitive Mario Kart World player would give you. What do we get, though? 8th place. I guess that's not too bad for our first race. That was a little bit of a warm-up. But let's see if with the next track selection, if we'll get a 3-lap at all. or if like the random will give us one, or if it will just choose between the tracks that are in that rotation, the 3 tracks. How full of a lobby do we have, by the way? We have, it's actually almost full. Most times I feel like that there's only like 14 to 16 people in the lobby. So this time is definitely a little bit more people than in a normal lobby I have. All right, so Salty Speedway is our 3-lap right here. Like, as you can see, we have the option from time to time of having a 3-lap course. I feel like a lot of people are going to choose this one, but we're going to choose random because I want to see if we're able to do a random track and it be a 3-lap. Obviously, if it says, or if it chooses Salty, then it's chosen from the pool, but if it chooses a different track, that's not one of the 3. Also, why is Desert Hills here again? Why are people still selecting that track? Look at that. Random, and it chooses Desert Hills. Well, time for us to drive to Desert Hills. I do want to ask you guys, though, while we're driving to the best track of all time, what are your thoughts on this change? I know a lot of people don't like it, but there are people in the community that like the intermission courses and don't mind this change because, they don't mind the intermission courses. I'm kind of there where it's it's not a big deal, but at the same time it is annoying. I just wish that Nintendo would go in and make a separate I guess lobby or game mode for those of us that want to play the traditional 3-lap courses, so that we can play those online, and then those that want to play intermissions can play their intermission courses instead of just removing the ability to play online 3-lap races traditionally anyways. But let me know what you think. Do you like this change? Do you not like it? I know that there's a lot of people that do, or that don't like the change. Some people that aren't really affected by it because they don't mind the intermissions. There's a lot of items being thrown around. It's because we have a whole pack of people behind us. Also, we got a fellow dry boner in the lobby. They're in first place. Oh my goodness, the meal pack in this game is insane. Also, why did the Goomba have to go through all the item boxes? What was the point in that? You were only able to get 2 items. You didn't have to go through all of them and just screw the rest of us over. Also, there's a blue shell. Yay, we got an item. Any good one? Yes. Okay. Alright. We're in second right now. I'll take second place. You know what? That is fine. I am fine with second place there. That's not too bad. I wasn't expecting first place, but you know what? Second place is just as good. I mean, obviously it's not, but you know what I mean. In Mario Kart World, I find that top 5 is kind of the equivalent to top 3 in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is kind of crazy. But there's just so many people in this game. It's so chaotic, and I love that. But it also makes lobbies more luck-based than skill-based, which, you know what? As a person that's not super great at games, I don't mind that because it just means I have a slightly better chance of winning. Oh, wait, hold on. That's 2 in a row, though, that we had the option for a 3-lap track. I feel like a lot of people are going to choose Airship Fortress because not only 1 is it the 3-lap, but 2, it's also one of the fan favorite tracks for Mario Kart DS. So we probably will be playing that track. But I do want to still go for the random. I don't know if I just got lucky there with it having 2 in a row that had the 3-lap tracks as an option. But I don't think that's super common. I think most of the time it's just the 3 laps. It would be nice, though, if Nintendo does do where it's 2 of them are transitions, 1 of them are 3-lap every time if they don't want to make the separate lobbies for the 3-lap. Wow, we just got demolished there. But if they don't want to make that, those separate lobbies for the 3-lap intermissions, if they just go in and do it so that it's 2 intermissions, 1 are the 3 laps, or every other, it's 2 3-laps, 1 intermission. The next time around, it's 2 intermissions, 1 3-lap. Just something like that to make it so that we have a balance in intermissions and a balance in the 3-lap traditional Mario Kart playstyle. So I gotta say, this track is phenomenal in this game. It was so good to drive on. It's also really beautiful. Look at this. Look at how good this track looks. The sunset especially. I like the purple sky, but this sunset over here as well looks phenomenal. This game just looks great, I feel. It's just a good looking game in general. I think it's one of Nintendo's best looking games. If you disagree, let me know. Also, there's my fellow dry boner. Hello, friend. We're gonna just bomb right there, right before the thing. That was probably evil. Right before the cannon. Also, this is a bit more of a different type of video than I'm used to doing. I'm used to not just being able to play games and yapping like this and like, you know, just yapping to the microphone and making like a fully edited video. If you're more interested in these kind of like more conversational while I'm playing games kind of videos, I play games and just kind of talk about whatever, let me know, because I would be interested in trying to do more of these. I guess you could say these are kind of like shortcut type of videos where I'm just playing Mario Kart, yapping to the camera, or not yapping to the camera, but yapping to the microphone while playing Mario Kart. I just think that's always kind of fun. And obviously, it's not my traditional type, so if you are interested, let me know. If you're not interested in this kind, also let me know. And maybe we can make a balance between the two. Is that 5th place? We got 6th place. You guys can't see because my chair here. There you go. You can see it. 6th place, right there. Not too bad. I mean, we've been in like the top 10 to the last 3 races, so I'll take it. It's not like I'm doing horrible here. We'll probably do a couple more races here, see if any of the random selections get chosen, see if we can get any more data, I guess you could say. See if we can get like a random selection that has a 3-lap track that isn't part of the 3 choices. Alright, so we have, once again, no selection of tracks here that are 3 laps. We're going to go random. Hopefully most people also choose random this time, because, yeah, people just aren't choosing random anymore because of this update, it seems like. I should have done this like right after the update came out, but I'm a little late to the party, as you can tell. This video will probably come out a good couple days after the update, maybe even a week after the update, so I apologize if there's any delay here and when I'm recording this and when I release this video. But like, it's, I think, 2 days, 3 days after the update. It's Friday the 27th of June. I think the update came out on Tuesday, so it's about 3 days after. And people aren't choosing random anymore online, it seems like. It seems like that people are just accepting the fact that online you're not going to be able to play the 3-lap structure tracks, unfortunately. I don't think I've ever gone from Airship Fortress to Bowser's Castle. This is a new route for me, because there's a lot of these intermissions, which, don't get me wrong, it's cool how many there are. Oh, we're going to fall off the track. Nice. It's cool how many of them there are. I think there's like 200 or something, like different intermission tracks, but unfortunately, a lot of them are straights. There's a couple standout ones. Like, this one seems to be pretty nice. But, like, a lot of them are just kind of straightaways. Not much going on. And it's just kind of like, I would much rather play the 3 laps. I'm not saying that intermissions are bad, though. I think they definitely spice up the Mario gameplay a little bit. Also, this one is pretty nice. Got a shock here. We're going to use it here since people just got items. Alright. See if we can get some good round with the Bull Bill. It is lasting a bit longer than it does in 8 Deluxe, but it's not as fast, I don't think. I also like that you're able to just, like, fly through the lava in this, or not fly, but, like, mushroom through the lava in this game instead of it just insta-killing you. That is kind of cool. And, like, you have an opportunity to get out of it before you get killed. Also, we went from, like, last place to 5th place. That's not bad. Why did you have to use that? And we're back to 11th. See, you are just always constantly on your toes in this game. You gotta always be on edge. You can never let your guard down, or else you'll get hit by an item, and you'll be sent flying from 1st place all the way to last in a matter of seconds. I do like the uncertainty of this game, though. No, that's lame. That's lame. Why did I fly too low? Alright, well, we're going to end off in last place. Well, 2nd to last place, it looks like. Oh, actually, 3rd to last place. Look at that. We're not quite last place. Let's go. This is definitely our worst performance this video, though. That's for sure. Oh, look at that. We have another one of the 3-lap tracks. We got Mario Bros. Circuit. I don't know if I'm just getting really lucky or if these are a bit more common now. I don't think they're more common, though. We're going to go random, though, because I'm curious still. But, like, out of the 5 races we've done so far, 3 of them have had that 3-lap option. So, like, if you know if they are just more common or not, I don't know. Was that random that was chosen? I didn't see for sure. I was too busy yapping. That might have been random that was chosen. If so, then it took us to Dry Bones Burnout, which I think was one of the options. Now we get to go back to probably one of my favorite tracks in this game, Dry Bones Burnout. I gotta say, I love the lava area in this game. It looks really cool. It looks really nice. So also, I do like how Big Donut is, like, in this game. You know, I'm actually kind of curious to see what online battle mode is like, because, like, Wow, we are just getting absolutely destroyed with items right now. I am curious to see what online battle mode is like here, though, because honestly, I've played a little bit of the battle mode in this game, and it's not that fun. It kind of sucks. But I'm curious as to if maybe online will make it better. Oh, that was a shock dodge right there. All right, we're in third, second. We're in first with the golden mushroom. We are in a good position right now. Got a good lead here. Look at that. Oh, alright, we got stolen. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, we just gotta accept our fate there. That was kind of brutal, not gonna lie. But, okay, well. Here comes the item parade. Right behind me. Exactly what I wanted. There's another one. All right, let's try to recover from that. We were in first, we had a pretty good lead, and then we got blue shot, and now we're in ninth. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can recover. All right, I almost didn't get an item again. All right, got one of these. We're just gonna kind of cut some corners here. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Come on. Out, out, out. There we go. Okay. Fourth place. Nope, nope, Toad. Did we get fourth or did we get fifth? We got fourth. Let's go. Look at that. Hold on. There we go. We got fourth place. I keep forgetting that it's mirrored. Or then I had to point this way to point that way. Yeah, you know what? I'll take fourth place. We're also past 7,000 VR now. I think I was at like 6,000 something before. I don't know how like where the average VR is or where you're considered good at this game. I'm not there yet, obviously. I think we'll do one more race, see what our options are. And then we'll probably end it here for the video. Because I've wanted to do these kind of videos before. I've wanted to like, you know, sit down and play some Mario Kart online or just some game online. Just kind of talk about what's going on with the game and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, so we got just no options that are not 3 laps. That are 3 laps. Looks like people are more picking random again. So this is kind of what it used to look like before, where a majority of people chose the online chose random. Hopefully it chooses random because I want us to end off with a random and to be able to see if it, yeah, okay, so it chose Mario Circuit. So I really do feel like that it's not going to choose any of the ones that are not part of the rotation for that round. Online almost is like super rare because none of the games that we played that have random, then again, I know that like maybe 3 or 4 of the rounds we played today had random as the option selected, but none of them had an option outside of the 3 that was selected. So they really did, I guess, ruin Mario Kart Online for Mario Kart World. And it's really unfortunate too because I like playing online. It's fun to play with other people because, like, you know, you can only play so much against CPUs. Playing against people is nice. And I would like to be able to play with that traditional, like, Mario Kart format. But it looks like if I want to do that and not worry about, I don't know what just got, or what my red shell hit there. But I guess if I want to play that traditional Mario Kart experience for online, I guess I'll just have to boot up 8 Deluxe, which is unfortunate because this game's great. Tell me if you guys are interested in this. But maybe after playing like Mario Kart World for a couple months, what if I went back to 8 Deluxe and see how it feels after playing Mario Kart World for so long? Because I feel like that the games, they seem like they feel similar, but I feel like that they might feel really different after playing Mario Kart World for so long. So I think that'd be kind of fun to do. Go back to 8 Deluxe one last time, see how it feels compared to World after being super used to the World's mechanics and how it controls for so long. Now, of course, we gotta end off the video with Mario Circuit 2. At least it's not Mario Circuit 3. I'm just so sick of Mario Circuit 3. I'm sorry, Mario Circuit 3 fans out there, but that track has been in too many Mario Kart games. We got blown up. That's a good way to end the video off. Alright, we're ending the video off in 12th place, 13th place, hold on. Oh, wait, other way. There we go, 13th place. What a way to end off the video here. And we lose 24 VR as well. Second to last. That is kind of embarrassing to end off a video on. But you know what? That's fine. Not all of us can be good at Mario Kart. And I'm one of those people that aren't. But yeah, that's it for this video, I think. Again, let me know what you think about the whole online change. I know that the general consensus is it kind of sucks. And I agree. I don't think it's like the most atrocious thing to ever happen. It's not like as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. But it's also not like a really great change. I hope that they go and revert it or do the separate lobby options. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, I'm the biggest nub on YouTube, Cristiano, signing off. And look at that, we have another 3-lap option. These seem a lot more common now. I don't know if that's just me in this lobby or if that's just the general thing. Yeah, with that being said though, I'm the biggest nub on YouTube, Cristiano, signing off. And as always, goodbye, Nub Nation.